Good morning, everybody. Happy Easter weekend. Hope you're all well, maybe having a bit of time off. I was thinking today about soul loss, a chat about soul loss and what soul loss is, because we all experience it, whether we believe we have a soul, whether we believe we're spiritual or not. We are actually all spiritual beings, regardless of what you practice, regardless of what you're into, regardless of what your beliefs are, because we're having an experience down here. We're all evolving and growing. Soul loss is like a disconnection to your true self. So we have our mind self, which is very out there, very about what's going on in society, very about politics, very about what's going on in the world, very about assessing things, critiquing things. But the soul is a deeper knowing. It's a part of us that we all have that's unique just to us. It's our own soul essence. It's our blueprint, our signature of who we really are, and it speaks to us in a different language. So it speaks to us in our sixth sense, our knowing, our feeling self, our emotional self, signs and symbols everywhere. That's our soul connecting with us. And when we experience soul loss, it's either because we've lost faith, maybe we never had a faith in the first place, but it is helpful to have one for everybody. When we hit challenges in life, it's helpful to have something to draw on, no matter what that is for you. But we can also experience soul loss when we've been through something really massive, some big trauma or something, and then we become disconnected to our own self. It's like we disassociate, we disconnect because maybe it's too painful, or maybe we've gone into doubt, or maybe we've lost our path a little bit. So having connection with our soul self is like having something to anchor us, something to hold on to, something to guide us, something to keep moving us forward in our own personal journey. Because the point is we're supposedly learning to kind of stand on our own 2 feet and make our own decisions that feel right for us, not about what we've been told, not about what everybody else thinks we should be doing, or not by following somebody else's journey in their life. It's about being connected to our own unique self so that we can reach our fulfillment, our highest purpose, the life that we set out to live, even if we're not aware of what it is. Because soul loss is disconnection to what we already know. So the minute we're born, we're here to start waking up to remember who we really are. We're here to start waking up to knowing what we're about, what our passions are, what we're here to do, what our unique life is in service to whatever this planet is and the people in it that we are around. Whether that's a small part or a big part, it's still exactly the same part. It's exactly as big. Whether you're playing a big part out there or a more quieter part, it's exactly as important as the bigger part. But the thing is, we all do have a part, and we often know that we're in soul loss or disconnection to our soul because we're really unhappy, we're really unfulfilled. We know there's something else, but we've got no idea what. So we start looking around outside. What am I meant to be doing? We might copy somebody else's life. We might copy somebody else's values. We might let somebody else govern where we're going. But what about our own knowing? And that's beyond the mind. And remember, it's a feeling sense. It's just a deep knowing, and it's allowing yourself to flow. So allowing yourself to explore life, and your passions and your hobbies, if you're lucky enough to have already discovered what they are, they will be very much in line with what your soul purpose is, which is your higher purpose beyond your human mind self purpose, which might be just run-of-the-mill doing your everyday life. But there will always be more for you, and there will always be a journey there for you. So you start by going in, but actually how connected am I to my feelings? How connected am I to my emotions? And if we're disconnected, there's often some soul loss and disconnection to our greater self, because it can seem scary connecting to soul, particularly if we're not sure if it really exists, or we're not really sure what we're connecting with, or it sounds too woo-woo. And I love woo-woo. The more woo-woo, the better for me. I don't claim to know my soul entirely, but I'm certainly dipping in and out with touching into it, and then I go back into my human self, and that's never much fun, I have to say. So that's how I kind of learn which path I should be going on, and that there is a difference. And I didn't always know that. I've kind of learnt the hard way in struggles and repeats and trying to be very mind-led, which is just not going to benefit where I'm going. So tune into yourself. Am I disconnected to my feelings? Do I have a pull towards something that I'm denying? Do I know what my passions and hobbies are? Because they will be a clue to where I need to be going, to where my gifts are, to sharing with the world and playing my part. No pressure. Have a great Easter, everybody.